Okay, folks, today we're going to be looking at the new release of Linux Mint 21. First thing we're going to do, we're going to go over to the Linux Mint page. I've got it. I'll make sure it's listed in the description. We're going to check out the new features. Okay, so Linux Mint 21. We're looking at the Cinnamon feature. Cinnamon desktop environment. So sorry, I'm tongue tied here a little bit. Linux Mint 21 is a long-term support release, which will be supported until 2027. That's cool. It's going to be supported for several years. It comes with updated software and brings refinements and many new features to make your desktop experience more comfortable. And it looks like your standard Linux Mint right here. It's got dark, maybe it's a darker version. And it looks like they're updating the Bluetooth. It says Linux Mint. In Linux Mint 21, Blue Mint replaces Blueberry. I guess Blueberry was what, the manager for the Bluetooth. Looks like it's being replaced by Blue Man. Just like Blueberry, Blue Man is desktop agnostic and integrates well in all environments. Awesome. Blueberry depended on GNOME Bluetooth, which was developed exclusively for GNOME. In contrast, Lumen relies on the standard Blues stack, which works everywhere and can even be used or queried from the Cinnamon line. Okay, from the command line. All right. Well, that's pretty cool. That's a pretty good reason to switch. It says the Blue Man Manager and Tray icon provide many features that weren't available in Blueberry, and a little more information which can be later used to monitor your connection or troubleshoot your. Okay, we're not going any more into that, but it looks like they're thinking better. It looks like more thumbnails for like a thumbnail for some common types were identified as usability issue. Oh, that's cool. They're wanting to improve. Oh, okay. It's like, all right. Sticky notes. If you like using sticky notes, I guess you could do duplicates. I've seen a video of this, the sticky notes already. Process monitor. Automated tasks are great to keep your computer safe, but they can sometimes affect the system's performance while you're working on it. Well, that's true. XApps improvements, Cinnamon. Okay. Looks like they're upgrading the Cinnamon itself. Cinnamon 5.4 now. There's a major release of its window manager. Muffin is now used on Mutter 3.36, and its code base is much closer to upstream than before. Well, that's cool. So what's this? What's the difference? During you could read it, and I'm not going to read any more of this. Printing. Okay, I'll tell you what. I'm interested in this right here: printing and scanning improvements. I've looked at Linux Mint before, many releases back. One thing I had an issue with, which I didn't like, was when it found your printer. It may find 4 or 5 different versions of your printer, and they're all added. I mean, they're all instantly added to when you go look at your printers, you see your printer listed maybe 4 or 5 times, but only one of them are going to work. So you have to go through and print a test page on one. Oh, that's not it. Then one, that's not it. And when you go to try to delete that, it just comes back or it won't delete. So you just got to find the right one and mark it as your default, and it should work for you. So hopefully this new printing and scanning improvements will work. Linux Mint 21 users uses IPP, also known as driverless printing and scanning. Okay, well I guess that means that it may find the printer, it'll automatically work without having to install the manufacturer drivers for that device. Which, I mean, you could always, if you got an HP, it's really nice. You could download. It looks like they mentioned that too here. HPLIP usually, yeah, it says it's installed by default. I thought I'd seen that before. Artwork improvements, main components. Linux Mint 21 features Cinnamon 5.4, a Linux kernel 5.15, and an Ubuntu 22.04 package base. Oh, wow, interesting, awesome. Okay, all right. Well, let's check it out. I've already downloaded. Here's where you go to download the ISO. I've already got it downloaded. I mean, but it's pretty easy. We'll click on it just for the sake. Recommended installation versions, other versions, LMTD recommended. Okay, we'll just do this, and you come down here and picture your mirror where you're going to. I always use Clarkson University here on this one here. Okay, certainly don't want to do a China one. I don't trust anything coming from China. So what we do, we click on the one we want. Okay, and as you can see, 21 Cinnamon. You come down here to links 21 Cinnamon. I've already got it. What you would do, just save it here. I'm going to cancel out of here. Okay, pull this down here, and we're going to pull up. We're going to do this using VirtualBox. You can use whatever one you want. We're going to go to new here. We're going to call this Linux Mint 21. It already chooses 64-bit Ubuntu. That would be right when you're doing a Mint. That's Ubuntu based. It's wanting 1 gig of memory. We're going to give it 8 gigs of memory. Next. Create. Yep. I always do this. You can do fixed if you want. Okay, it's wanting at least 10 gigs. We're going to give it a 50, just in case we want to dabble around with it and install some extra stuff. We're going to go to settings here. It's first page, and we're going to do. I always do bi-directional, drag and drop. Okay, we don't need the floppy, base memory. Change any of that. Processor, we're going to give it 2 with a 12. Okay. Display, we're going to max out this. Don't need it all, but we're going to max it out because we're going to enable the 3D acceleration. Don't really have to do that, but we're going to do that anyway. And here's where you're going to add your ISO that you downloaded. It's empty here, so you go over here and choose a disk file, and you're going to find that Linux Mint 21. Click on that, and it's added. You can see it's added right here. And you don't need to do anything here. Make sure your network's on. It's enabled. Ports USB. It's enabled. Shared folders. We're going to try. We're going to see if this works here. I've never had it worked out of the box. We're going to see about adding the documents folder. We're going to make it auto mount. And we're going to hit OK here. All right, we're ready to start this machine up. Drag it over here. Okay, do this. I'm going to hit Alt or Control F, which should make it a full screen. And let's see what our options are. Start Linux Mint 21, Cinnamon 64. Yes, we want to do that. Do you want to do it compatibility mode? I don't think we need to do that. I guess it depends on your hardware and what you know what you're using. Maybe some really old hardware you maybe want to use compatibility mode. I've never tried that. OEM, it'll just, I think OEM sets your all your settings will be done after the installation more, because it's kind of made like, you know, for like you're selling a computer, you know, and you're setting that up for the person who buys that computer. They could set, you know, all their information up on it. I think that's what OEM. If I'm wrong, put it in the comments. Put it in the comments. All right, let's hit enter on that, and let's go through it. Hopefully this will be pain-free. Pain-free is always nice. I just noticed I got a timer running. I assume that's showing up on your screen. It's going bye-bye. Hopefully you don't see that anymore. And let's change resolution here. System settings. Let's see if we can. See if it's got my resolution available. And it does. That's excellent. So that way it'll be full screen. Keep using new configuration. All right. So we're good here. Let's see. I'm going to get rid of this, get rid of this, so it should be a true full screen now. Alright, there we go. And we're going to click on install. You can take a look at it before you install it. That's the beauty I like about, one thing I like about Linux when you're doing it like this. You could, you know, you can check it out. And if you don't like the look of it, you don't like it at all, then you never have to click this button here. You never have to install it. But I'm going to want to install it. Okay, I'm going to show you. I'm going to click over on my side of the screen here. Got two monitors here. All right, and this is. Hopefully you can see this. Maximize it. I'm going to show you what operating system I'm using. As you can see with that screen, it's Arch Linux. You can see the Stacer here. I'm running distribution Storm OS. And you can see it's using 2%. Even with this VM open, that's 12% of my CPU is being utilized. Almost 8 gigs of memory. And about a quarter of my disk space. Okay, we'll exit out of that. Put that. Put that. We're back on our screen here. Alright, English is right, so I'm going to click next. English USA, that's also right. I'm going to click next. And definitely want to check this box, though. Install the codecs. That way it should play a more broader range of your video, audio, or, you know, your files there. Let's see, you could always erase the disk, which, you know, it's going to be on the VM, so it's not going to hurt unless you're going to install multiple operating systems on one VM, which I don't recommend, but you could. So I'm just going to continue on. All right, we're going to check and see what it says on continue something else. Okay, at this point, it probably lets you put a, it'll let you choose your, maybe your file system, you know, is it going to be ButterFS, ext4, that kind of stuff. We're going to let it do whatever the default is. It looks like it's going to use ext4. Okay, we're going to click next. Alright, my region. I don't live in Indianapolis, but it's really, I meant to live in the same time zone as Indianapolis. We'll leave that there. Click next to continue. For the name, we're going to go Mint. And we're going to name the computer is going to be Mint. That name already exists on the network. It does. Oh, it sure does. So we're going to call this VM Mint because we got two machines running Linux Mint. Username is going to be Mint. Password, we're going to make that a very strong. You always want to use a very strong and complicated password, okay? So we're going to make it T and T. I mean, who could think of that? Who could think of T? You know. Now somebody comes in, starts my computer up, which they don't have the password for, and he goes to start this VM up, which they're never going to find one letter. Who would think it's going to be one letter, right? Don't ever do that. I'm just telling you, don't. If it's your main machine, your daily driver, don't leave it open for, be messed with. Don't want to do that. Got a problem. I got a leak. Alright. And the one thing I like about Linux, and it really don't matter what, distro that you test. I mean, I haven't found one yet that doesn't beat Windows as far as, the entire installation process and update process. Windows just doesn't beat Linux. They just do not beat Linux. So, I mean, you could really test. You should be able to have a Linux operating system up and running within less than 30 minutes. I always tried to do it in under 30 minutes, but it's less than that. I mean, I think I did a comparison a week or so ago, and I did a Windows 10 and actually a Linux Mint. It was the 20.3, and Linux Mint blew it away. I actually tested Windows out. We were already into the desktop environment there, and I started recording and did the updates, and it took Windows 38 minutes, and messing around with Linux Mint, I still beat Windows by 18 minutes, and I didn't start at the desktop on that one. I started from pretty much the VM. I started the VM up and got to this screen here, and then I started, and it I think I started when I hit the start on the VM. So yeah, and as you know, with Linux, this is the first thing you come up with. So I started it on this screen where you'd hit the install button. Then I actually installed it, and that did the update, and it completely floored. It pretty much blew Windows away. It was like Windows wasn't even there. It's sort of like when you're racing a car, you hear people talking. Somebody passed me, like I'm sitting still. And it completely blew Windows away. I was impressed. It's really nice. And the download on, like, if you we're gonna hit restart, the download on enter there, and we're going to choose to boot into, when the screen pops up, oh, it actually pops right up. Alright, put my T in there for the password. To start up, we're going to make it full screen so you can see it. Top here, connection established. That's good. I'm glad that we got a connection. Okay, so first thing we're going to do is going to take care of that. We're going to change my any change you make in the before you actually install it. That is of course lost on installation. I'm not aware of that ever not being lost. If it is, correct me if I'm wrong. We're going to change that here to my display. Let's see, 1920 by 1080. Found it. Apply, and we're back in business. Now you can see everything that I'm doing really well. Alright, exit out of that. And here we go. We're in Linux Mint. It didn't take very long at all. I did not time it. As you can see here, we got some updates. Although this is a new one, we still got some updates. It's been out for a while, not a few days anyway, you know, and so there's probably a few updates. You know, a developer or someone has made something better or fixed a bug or made something more secure, so they got an updated version in it. So right now I'm going to customize my desktop. I'm going to choose this. I'm going to make this closer here. I like a tight ship. You know what? I don't even like using icons on the desktop, but for you guys, we're going to do this here. Alright, desktop. I'm not going to put the computer on here, the home on here, drive on here. I'm not going to. Sorry guys, I'm not going to put any. This is where you would put like the trash on if you want. A lot of desktops come with trash already on here, but I'm not gonna do that. You can do it if you want. That's how you do it. Okay, let's see here. Let's go for an update. Let's see if they got the Control-Alt-T set up for the terminal. They do, right out of the box. Okay, let's see if they got NeoFetch installed. NeoFetch. Just how it sounds. And they do. But they just don't have it set up yet in the Bash RC. So if you want NeoFetch to automatically run, you pull up the screen, your home screen here. You're going to show all files, show hidden files rather. You pull up your Bash RC here. And you're going to go all the way down to this screen here, the Bash RC. And you're going to go to the last, underneath the last line. You could hit a space. It doesn't matter where you put it now, as long as you don't put it in there. And I've never tried to put it in there, but you know, to see if it would work there. But I just know that doing it here works. Okay, exit out of that. Exit out of that. Now, if I hit Control-Alt-T, see now my screen comes up. We can see Linux Mint 21. The kernel, like they said it was going to be, 5.15. It is. Resolution. And the cinnamon is updated to 5.48. Mutter. Alright. Finds my CPU. And it picks a GPU. That's one thing about Linux that you know, they do a really good job about getting your drivers for your hardware. But I sure wish that, and it's not Linux per se, the manufacturers of these GPUs should, you should have a Linux Mint version and a Windows version of the software manager for that device. You know, like AMD, I got an AMD in my computer here, and you know, Windows, and it's not Windows, it's that it makes it better. It's the fact that the manufacturer made the program for Windows. You know, it's not Windows. It's not like Windows is better in that regards. It's that the manufacturer of the hardware is not better in that regards, because it don't make a Linux version. So it doesn't find my GPU. It just uses a fit driver, for that as of right now. So we're going to do an update on here, and it's going to be sudo apt at the time, and we're going to do full dash upgrade and see what happens. Upgrade. Let's spell it right. Nothing will happen if you don't spell it right. It just should pretty much show you were a moron or you did something stupid. Let's do. You put your long, complicated password in, and here we go. Off to the market. And it's finding all kinds of stuff, really. Okay, it's LibreOffice is in there. A lot of libs, dependencies, Xserver, Xorg, all kinds of stuff. So we're gonna hit yes. Definitely want to update, right? And let's see, it's 5.15.041 generic is the kernel. We'll see what happens when we finish this. And Cinnamon 5.4.8. Let's see if that updates any of that. One thing I find, I get amused when because I'm an AMD guy, I don't have Intel anywhere in my house. Actually, the one computer I got, we had a computer burn up real quick, and we didn't want to wait, so we went to Walmart once and bought this kind of a little Acer. Acer's been around for over 10 years now, and it's never failed on us. But it's got an Intel processor in it. No heatsink fan or anything. It's just it's like a motherboard like that size. It's insane. So it's craziness. So let's see here. It's updating. We're at 24%. If this works as far as the if the printer issue is solved with this, I may try Linux Mint out. I mean, it's on my wife's computer, and it does really well. We are World of Warcraft players, so we needed a machine powerful. I mean, a system powerful enough to run that game, and I researched all over for that. I was sick and tired of Windows, having stuff bust because they've made an update and your hardware, either your hardware don't work or your software you paid a high dollar for it won't work anymore because it's not compatible. They want you to use what they say you should use, and blah 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 blah. So I got tired of that over the years. I think it started right after XP. I mean, nothing like when Windows 7 come out, things were incompatible. You had to run, all this stuff. So it's ridiculous. But anyway, with Linux, you don't have to do that. If it's available, it works. So like today, 21, Linux Mint 21 is getting installed. So any application I install on Linux Mint 21, when Linux Mint 25 comes out, all that stuff is still going to work with that. They're not going to say, well, you can't use that anymore. You cannot use that anymore. So I like that freedom with Linux. So anyway, I hunted around, and I wasn't really, I was new to Linux at the time. I just know I didn't want Windows, so I really wanted my games to work on my computer, my system. And what caught my eye was I had been watching videos from a guy, Troy, on eBus Central. I was watching DT from DistroTube, checking Linux out that way before I did anything. And so once Troy was, someone did a video on Zorin 16, and it looked like what I've been running for a long time, Windows. So I did that, but my games were they just didn't work. They just weren't good. Now I could have maybe now I could get it to work on Zorin, but because I know more about Linux now, I just know it just didn't have the dependencies and stuff that game needed. I'd say, and now I know everything I do on Linux, I document it. I got a document file I got a folder called Arch. I got a folder called Debian. I got a folder called OpenSUSE, and then I got a folder called Fedora. Cancel that out. I don't. Most everything I do for updating is all done in the terminal. That's another thing that at the beginning I was kind of afraid of the terminal. At the time I didn't understand the terminal. I didn't know the commands of the terminal, so that kind of distracted me from Linux. But now I just do most every. If that's your fear, if that's your hesitation for Linux, come over to Linux. You don't even have to use the terminal. There's ways around that. And that's not ways around it. Not going to hurt your PC, hurt your PC or make your PC any less operative than losing the terminal. But back a few steps here, when I was talking about the gaming, I found Arch Linux, my stuff just worked. I use StormOS as my daily driver right now. That's what I'm running this on, as I showed you guys in the first of the video. So my games just work in it, and they're printing. They handle the printer a lot better than a lot of systems. And I'm pretty sure on the last when I did the VM on the comparison, the race I did with Windows 10, that it finds multiple printers. Even Mint did. I'm pretty sure. If I'm wrong, I apologize. I will correct myself. I will say I'm wrong when I'm wrong. But it found it multiple times. It found the printer easily, but it installed like 4 or 5 of them. So I had to go through each one and which one printed out my test page. I knew that was the one, so I made that the default. Went to the policy, made sure it was shared and enabled and all that kind of garbage. So and then I made sure that the scanner, and I got another printer it found, so I made sure that worked with the scanning and everything. All right, it's updating. We're at 48%. It's at 48%, so I'm going to go into the kitchen and I'm going to grab me some Goji. And seeing these apples on the kitchen table, kind of sucked me right in, and so I'm going to eat some apples. And although it's better to eat them with the peel, it's more healthier. I might leave the peeling on, but I'm going to slice them up here. 56%. All right. I'm really. Why we're not sure. We got a local apple orchard. They're the best apples you can get around. Goldie's Apple Orchard. We're hoping they didn't close, but it appears that they have. That's what we get our apple cider. Apple cider was to die for. It's really that good. 96%. We're almost done, folks. Is that cool or what? When I look at that, I think that's cool. Cut the core out. I don't need the core. Some people do, but I'm not one of those guys that likes the hard core in there. Alright, let me start eating that. Let's check this out here. So we're going to do the pitch. And did it update anything? I guess it did. Oh, it's still 515 kernel, but it's 549 cinnamon. I'm thinking it was 48, but anyway. So there we go. It's updated. Let's see. Sudo apt update. See if it's going to shoot to me that there's a great. No package. All packages are up to date. All right. So one of the first things I do is I don't think you can get rid of. I guess you could use what package manager you want. Really wanted to use, let's say, the package manager that Arch uses, Pacman, that you could, I guess, but I don't know if that's true or not. I've really never tried to do that. I know I've used Thunar as my file manager. I like it best. Okay, I really look for something out of the box that, you know, that I'm not going to do jack to. I could just go for it and, you know, do all my stuff and never look back, right? Life is life. All right, let's see here. I'm going to hold my file up. My computer, I don't have an icon, so Control-Alt-F, which opens up your file manager. Go into my documents here. Okay, and we're going to go to Linux Mint, and let's pull that up. All right, we'll pull Linux Mint up over here. Oops. All right, things I do. All right, Nala. We're going to get Nala real quick. Let's see if my drag and drop works. We're going to find out right now. And no, it's not working. It is not working. Why it's not working, but it ain't working. All right, let's put this like that. Let's bring my files up again. Let's make a new document here. We're going to call that Mint. Open it up. And we're going to take this and Control A. We're going to try to drag that over to this file here. Copy. We're going to try to paste it. Nope, no cigar. Alright, so what we're going to do now is, since we've updated everything, we're going to reboot. A lot of times reboots your fix-all. Now, we're going to see if that works. Copy. Control V. Nope. I don't know why it ain't working. Not crazy. So let's check it out. We're going to try something first. Control T. Sudo apt. We're going to install VirtualBox. I think it installs the guest edition. I think we're missing the guest edition. Like so. I'll show you another way to do this. Now we're going to try this. Let's just try this. Copy. Still ain't going to do it. What am I missing, guys? Well, so I'll show you another way. See what I did? We're going to go to devices on your VM, the virtual manager, your VirtualBox. Go to devices. We're going to insert guest edition CD image. And that comes up, hit download here. This should do the trick. Right, it's working. Cutting up another apple. Alright. That's done. Now let's check her out. Now I'd say it'll work. Don't need to show all files. Now let's see if I can Control A, drag all that here. And I still can't. Whoops. Nope, still can't. So we're going to do a reboot. And see if that fix all fixes it. I'm kind of disturbed at the moment because that's always usually worked. I always set bidirectional up, and this is it worked last time I did it. Hopefully by fixing something that they didn't break something already worked. I wonder if this is it. What am I doing wrong? Well, it's working. It's now working. So I guess I just needed to reboot and give it a little bit. So we will go ahead and do what I always do. T for terminal. maximize this so you won't be able to see the whole screen because I got this over here. We're going to get Nala on here. Oh, great. Great. This here. Okay, it's done. Well, there's a will of the way. You just don't give up on things. You may have to do a little bit of work, but if you're doing it for freedom, that should be okay, right? That's very interesting. Python 3 is not installable. I wonder if that's because I'm on a VM. Ah! No, that's right. Well, that sucks. So we're going to check it out. Try to resolve this. Checking the web. How to install Nala. I bet it's Python and all that. Where's all my... Ah, but the heck, that's it. This is 2204. Since they updated, throw over this. That's what it was. See, since it's not the older version. I love the learning process in Linux, getting packages to work and stuff like that. You learn, so it just makes your life a lot easier when you're installing other things that maybe broke or something's not right. The community is out there, you know. You should probably be able to find anything you want. Water is completely torn up. It's gonna fall on me. All right, now it's gone. Let's see if Neil. Nala sudo nala fetch. What fetch does is it'll fetch the mirrors and let you choose. You can choose the fastest mirror. You can choose all the mirrors to make it faster. I always just choose them all. But it should run, Nala should run on the fastest mirror. And if you find this after you run an APT for a long, long time, you can do a Nala history, a sudo space Nala history. Like right now, if I was to type it in when this is done, it would show no history. So let me put these videos off. I put these videos off for a while. I'm preparing for work. Let that consume me for a bit. That's really odd because I did that update and it's finding an update over here. Maybe it's an update on the stuff that I installed trying to get this to work, but you never know. Alright. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 11, 13. 14, 15, 16. Yep. Alright. So sudo nala update. See the way it looks? To me, that's just way better than using APT. just it's organized for you. Huh. Next thing I do. I'm depressed. My apple's gone. I could probably make myself sick and eat a whole bag of apples. There's more in there, but Alright, all packages up to date. So now we're going to do Snap, because I like to install a couple things with Snap. The only reason why I do is because I found the Snap version of Brave and the game I play just do better. I don't know why I did the APT here. I use Brave browser for Linux. I would suggest that for Windows too. And I use the DuckDuckGo search engine and extension, DuckDuckGo Essentials. I don't like being tracked. I like being secure, and this seems like it helps. Okay, now we're going to install Brave. One thing you need in Linux is a terminal, which we have, as you can see, and a browser. You're unstoppable with those. Taking right along. It still got updates. Click on that and see what it's wanting to. Maybe it's going to say it's up to date. Yeah. Okay. We'll come back to that later. Good, LibreOffice is on there. I don't use Firefox. Don't use any of those. I use the Thunderbird. I use Rhythmbox. I don't use either one of those two. After I install Brave, I download my Core CTR Core Control. What that is, it controls your fans for for AMD GPUs. They handle your fans really well, so you don't overheat. Go in there, and you gotta manage your settings and stuff inside. Which in the VM, it's not going to show you what I'm talking about, but it works great. I haven't found anything that works better, so. OBS. Huh. I always install OBS. I don't know why it's not on my list. Brave installed. Let's see. Well, it won't show up until I reboot probably. Okay, now let's install the Core CTRL. Why that didn't work. Didn't like adding that with the other. So let's do this. Works. That's installed. Let's see. Game here. Let's do BLC first. Yay. there's that, so I can just hit enter. Oops. That's right. Let's see if core installed. Yep, that did. T. Yeah, nothing's going to show up. Yeah, because it's the VM. It works. Stacer will be next. I don't know why. I used to do HTOP and Stacer. I don't know why. If you're going to have Stacer on your computer, what's the point in having HTOP? It's my personal opinion. If I'm wrong, or if you think I should still do HTOP, let me know in the comments below. I'm always open for improvements and improving my system. And if I do something weird off the line, then I hope someone is nice enough to tell me. Alright, says it's installed. Sudo Nala update. Alright, so sudo reboot. Reboot this bad boy. Boots pretty quick, don't it? What kind of background it comes with? Don't look like hardly any. Oh well. And see, internet. Yeah, Brave is up. That, sound of the video, VLC, and games, RuneScape. With the Snap also, it installs both these games, which I play on both. So. Excellent, excellent, excellent. And now what's this say again? Okay. Next thing I'm going to check out before I get off of here is I'm going to check that printer situation. I've never tried to or have I? I don't think I've ever tried to get a printer to work in a VM. Let's see what it shows up right off the bat. Network. It's not going to find it. No. Storm. Storm's the name of the host. No printer was found. I didn't think it would. I didn't think it would. Really want to check that out. System is up to date. And let's see what I'm running now. 515.43. Okay, it did do something different. It was 42, I think. Cinnamon 549. Okay, awesome. So what do you guys think about let's see. What do you think about Mint 21? I'm just wondering what the graphic what it'll find on graphics. Nothing. It's not gonna. It's gonna take too long. So I'm gonna end the video here shortly. Let's see. Let's see what how much memory it takes now. I didn't do Stacer, did I? Yeah, I'm not going to install it. I don't even have aged up. Interested? Let's see. Oh, okay. It was still doing the update. It's not hardly any of my CPU. Not really much of the memory. The 8 gigs. Not even a gig of the memory. And the disk is got plenty of space on the disk. Plenty. Wow. Linux 21, Linux Mint 21. I'm impressed. I might give it a go. Comment below if you think I should give it a go, and we'll do a video in a week. Or maybe I should try it out for a month. What do you think? Let me know in the comments. Should I try Linux Mint 21 out? Is it worth it? What are your ideas, comments, concerns about doing such a thing? I'm running Storm OS. Everything works. And I'll give you a taste. Let me shut the VM down here. Shut her down. You'll see half of my screen. The other half is the guy taking a leak on the name Biden. Well, that's just another story. I tell you. What was we talking about? Storm OS. I use Storm. You already know that. I said that in the video. I'm just wondering if I should try. Let me know if you think I should try Linux Mint 20 or 21 out, and we'll give it a go. I just wonder how long to try it out. You know, because you got to try it out for at least a week. You know, I've had Storm for quite a while now. What was I going to see that worked? I'll show you on the core control here. Bringing that up. These are all the features I got. You know, performance automatic here, your processor. You know, and I get it to load up at the bottom of the screen. I just love it. I love it. And I use Thunderbird. This is my email. Let's bring it over here. See if I got any email. I do. Oh yeah. State Road 256 is closed. There's a serious accident. Prayers for them. Oh, I got a notification say I'm live. All right. Sent that notification right out. I'm so happy. Casey Perry has subscribed to you on YouTube. That is awesome, Casey. Thank you for coming on along. I appreciate that. Thank you for the sub. Thank you, thank you, thank you. As you know, it takes a while. And you know what? Casey, I'm going to hop right over on you. And I'm going to subscribe to you. Let's see what you got going on here. What do you do? Web jump videos, sketch videos. Who's you're subscribed to? Let's see. All right, easy make. All right, thank you though. I'm going to check this out. Let's check your video list out. Let's see what this guy's got. No videos in his home. Casey Perry, full list of. He's got videos here. That's his playlists. Got here. Let's play one of his videos. Let's check him out.
Come on in, have a seat.
I will, because that's something I can do.
Oh, okay, we'll do it.
It's already done.
Okay, we're here to find out exactly what you do.
What do I do? Man, I'm the chief.
What does that entail, though? That's what we're trying to find out here.
Oh, you want to know what I do as chief?
Yes.
Well, it's pretty simple. Let me just explain it to you like this. I wake up in the morning every single day, and I put on anchor like a chief. Wear my khaki like a chief. Call me
like
goat
his
like a
That's
chief.
right,
Run
buddy.
the boat like a chief.
Hope he's a
Fighting
veteran.
fire
He's
like
got
a
some nice
chief.
bits.
Man in charge like a chief. Drinking coffee like a chief. Looking hard like a chief. Speaking funny like a chief. Nah, saying like a chief. Getting fat like a chief. Pass my way like a chief. Houston fishing like a chief. Run the Navy like a chief. Walk on water like a chief. Drinking daily like a chief. Volunteering like a chief. Taking credit like a chief. Pointing fingers like a chief. Don't regret it like a chief. Grow a mustache like a chief. Get my roots like a chief. Shit on blue shirts like a chief. And shine my boots like a chief. Fuck a nam like a chief. I got a calm like a chief. Ride my fit red like a chief. Bitch, I'm the bomb like a chief. Shine a flashlight like a chief. Have a field day like a chief. Supervise it like a chief. And leave the deck plate like a chief. Burn a flick like a chief. The same shit like a chief. Chopping eval like a chief. Playing favorite like a chief. Micromanage like a chief. Department training like a chief. Porting Scarborough like a chief.
My dad like this. He
7 section, like a Jeep. Turning over, like a Jeep. Drink more coffee, like a Jeep. And fuck the rover, like a Jeep. Checking jails, like a Jeep. Hold critiques, like a Jeep. Assign the blame, like a Jeep. Crushing dreams, like a Jeep. In debt, like a Jeep. Got divorced, like a Jeep. Drive a beater, like a Jeep. She kept the Porsche, like a Jeep. Getting old, like a Jeep. Shit mating, like a Jeep. Hands in pockets, like a Jeep. DUI, like a Jeep. Going bald, like a Jeep. Holding quarters, like a Jeep. Coming late, like a Jeep. Bipolar, like a Jeep. Double standard, like a Jeep. Sucking cops' dick, like a Jeep. Drink more coffee, like
I'm
a
so
Jeep.
proud I
Wipe my
got
mustache,
subscribed,
like
man.
a
This
Jeep.
guy's-
Busted down, like a Jeep. Getting fired, like a
the thing,
Jeep.
man.
Act of Congress, like a
Such an old
Jeep.
language,
Force
this is
retired,
pretty
like a Jeep.
Okay, so you drink a lot of coffee.
Yeah.
And I thought I heard you say somewhere that you suck the cop's dick.
No, I never said that.
Also that you went 7 section.
I'm a chief.
Hello. I was asked to record this song a lot of the time that I was in the Navy, and I never did. But now that I'm out and on the other side of the Navy gate, I will put it on YouTube for you. This song made me a lot of friends when I was in the Navy, particularly with female officers. Just kidding. It's a joke. It's called the Frat Nurse.
Okay, oh, I should just subscribe to. Which one subscribe to?
Come on in, have a seat.
I will, because that's something I can
Casey
do.
Perry.
Oh, okay, we'll do it.
It's already done.
Okay.
So we'll subscribe to Casey Perry. I don't know who I just subscribed to. Right. So thank you, Casey Perry, my first subscriber. Thank you very much. I'll never forget Casey Perry. Awesome. These are my subscribers down here. I don't know who Logan is. I like that kind of video though. Certainly if he's in the Navy. Ben Fitzpatrick, the creator of Storm OS, Linux Cast, DistroTube, Linux Tech Tips, and eBuzz Central. I watch all these guys. So, check this out here. Is there anything else? Delete. And let's see. Thank you. Awesome. Got me a subscriber. Let's see, what else should I check out while we're on here? Yes. I think I'm going to end the video, folks. Hope you enjoyed it. If you didn't, let me know. If you liked it, let me know. Subscribe to the channel, please. Unless you don't like me. If I'm doing something wrong, let me know, though, alright? Don't be shy, alright? Freedom. Linux is freedom. And I'm all about freedom, so let's feel free to speak up. And if I don't like what you say, or how you say it, I'll let you know. And we can agree to disagree on stuff, right? God bless you all. Take care.